one other thing I think, is that Tottenham fans and Tottenham's DNA and the club have always had players that you go and see and you look forward to watching. You pay your money really just to sort of say, okay, I'm going to watch Ginola today. I'm going to watch Gascoigne. I'm going to watch Hoddle. George was pointed out that Hoddle was on at half-time on Saturday. And to be honest, the most exciting thing that happened for the best part of an hour was watching the highlights of Hoddle's goals on the big screen. And it was a reminder to me that Tottenham are a club of mavericks, aren't they? Like, you can basically trace the modern history of Spurs through those players like Bale and Ginola, Berbatov, Van der Vaart. We did our draft pod the other day, and some of us picked more serious and slightly more dull teams, and some of us went for the magician.
And one of us picked a team that got about 50% of the popular vote, but we won't go to that now.
But even like Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen, James Maddison, and you look at the lineup at the moment, and it's a good team. It's a solid team, but it lacks a bit of magic, doesn't it? And I wonder if that is also part of it, that Spurs have sort of lost 4 or 5 in the last kind of half decade or so, real special players, and they're not necessarily, consistent world beaters, but they are those players who just bring a little bit of stardust. There's not much stardust in this team at the moment, and I wonder if they just need to think about that in the transfer market, that it's not all about the data and who runs and who sprints and who tackles and who makes the interceptions. And actually, sometimes football is also about vibes, and it's also about feelings and emotions, and that maybe a Tottenham player they really need to sign in the next couple of windows is someone who gets the pulse racing again.